Okay, so this is going to be a quick little video on total production and marginal production and how to create the graph using total production and marginal production. In the assignment, it's talking about actually we want a graph of total production and marginal product and total product. And in order to do that, you need three different columns. The first one is going to be the input column. This one is total product. That's what TP stands for. It's also equal to output. So anytime you see something like total product or you see total product, know it's the same thing as output. Or if you see output, then you know it's the same thing as total product. So we have total product here and then marginal product. So I give you total or input and then output, so our input and total product. But I do not give you marginal product. That's something you're going to have to go in there and actually calculate yourself. So after you have these three things set up, granted yours is going to come down a lot further. This is just a quick little example that I had sitting around. So we have these three set up, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually come in here and create a graph. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these first two columns. We're going to go to Insert, Line Graph, we're going to say 2D. Now, we want our input to be down here on the horizontal axis. What we're going to have is output right here and then input right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to change our select data. So we're going to come in here and say edit all this. We're going to highlight those. We'll say OK. And it's going to look actually the same, but now this data is referenced, and you can see that by the pink color right here, or the purple color, sorry. So now we have a graph that includes the total product line and then the marginal product line. The next thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and label this graph to make it look right. And I'm actually going to come up here and change the layout of it just because I like this layout a little bit better. So if we go in here, we're going to go ahead and label these. This one's going to be, say, something like total and marginal product curves. Then we want to go ahead and if we see we already have a label right here, we're going to relabel this one output. And now we need to add a label down here. When we want to add a label down here, you just go up here where this little plus sign is, and we're going to say axis titles. Come over here, you click on this little angle, this little triangle arrow, you say primary horizontal. You come down here and you'll say something along the lines of input. So what this graph is showing you is how much of it it's showing you input to output. So at one unit of input, how much have we produced so far? Well, you can trace it right here. We produced 1 unit of input, or we used 1 unit of input, got 1 unit of output. Say we used 3 units of input. We go up here, trace it all the way up here, then we've used 6 units of output. And you can see that right here. We used 1 unit of input to 1 unit of output, or we got 1 unit of output out, total product out. Down here we use 3 units of input, we get 6 units of output out. And you can go as far as you can go all the way out to 6, and we're going to say we get roughly 12 units. So we put 6 units in, we get 12 units out. That's what total product is. Total product is saying what is the total amount of input units we've used and what is the total amount of output that we received out of it. Then we come down here to the marginal product curve. And what marginal product is saying is as you increase by 1 unit. So if you increase from 1 to 2 units, how many more units of output are we getting out? So we're saying as we increase from 1 to 2 units, we're going to get 2 units additional out of it. So that's what we see here. As we increase from 1 to 2 units of input, by adding that next unit of input, we got 2 units out of it. So we come right here to 3 units. We say as we increase from 2 to 3 units, we're going to receive an additional 3 units. So as we go from 2 inputs to 3 inputs, by adding that one more additional input, we are going to get 3 more units of output out. And that's how this all is created. This graph is created off of this schedule where you need 3 different columns. And you can go in there and kind of adjust everything for that. I hope this video helps in regards to any questions dealing with total product, marginal product, and the curves that surround it.